What is going on, guys? This is my new channel. This is Kart 6T3, and I am gonna do some GoPro footage of unlimited Allstar Karts today. I didn't think it was fair to everybody that I start right into some kind of tire surfacing or tire mounting or anything, although that stuff is usable in the stock kart world. I thought I'd be upfront, and my perspective is coming from the world of Unlimited All Stars. That is open karts, that is high horsepower, same chassis as the stock guys run, but we add on to them. So I'm going to go to some GoPro footage. I don't have my helmet strap yet, or the head strap. I intended on using it. I ordered it from eBay. Of course, these times, who knows when you're going to get it. So I adapted. I mounted it to an old hat I have, and I will give you that footage, and then I will come back afterwards and I'll describe a little bit more about the Unlimited All-Stars and what we're about, some of the rules and regulations and all that stuff. So I'll catch you here after the GoPro footage. See you in a bit. Okay, guys. This is what we are looking at here today. We are looking at Unlimited All-Star Karts. I am the number 63 in the upstate New York Unlimited All-Stars. I am also Ben Taft, who is the administrator for the upstate Unlimited All-Stars. We run basically standard dirt offset chassis, but we add onto them. Many of you have seen, standard karts that race on dirt. They got the flat style body that's called the WKA body. We run wings and side panels and try and use as much downforce as possible. So on this first kart here, I don't have a motor on this one, so I thought I'd throw the body on and give you a good look at what we got going on here. Basically, you have a nose piece. This nose piece is actually a C high performance nose, and on that I have added a West Snow carbon fiber front wing for downforce capabilities. It is adjustable. I can cant it to get more downforce. We run side panels to lean on the air in the corner. Also another Snow carbon fiber rear wing. These are Snow side panels. I don't believe he makes them anymore, but they were up here. I don't like not being able to see all that great, so I cut them down and made them my own. My graphics are by BLG. See if you can see that, BLG Blue. They do wraps of all sorts. I run a Bama 250 kart engine. Basically on the inside here, here's my my motor rail section, but obviously sans motor. Extra large fuel tank. This is almost about 3 gallons. I run methanol, so that is lots of brap for you. Walk around here to the back. On the back side of the cart, we run a vented big brake rotor, and then I also have a solid billet gear hub. That is to take the extra horsepower we throw at them. All right, now if we wander over here, on karts, because we run dirt, we run slicks. You can run grooves in our series. You can run treads. I haven't had the best of luck with them. Some surfaces they absolutely work better, but for a majority, it is all on duro and how soft the tire is, what you're treating them with, and everything like that. So I run a Bama 250 again. Now this is a motocross motor. The crankshaft, the rotating assembly, the piston, the jug are all factory YZ. That is Yamaha. So what we have done to it, or what you can have done to it, is Buller out in Nebraska has eliminated the transmission. So basically all you have is a bottom end that promotes a cog here to run a belt to the jack shaft over to a dry clutch. I don't know how well you can see that on this, but I have a dry clutch in there, so at a certain RPM the clutch engages and that is right at the beginning of your torque curve, and that accelerates the go-kart. Now, on this motor, I do run, these are methanol carbs. These are Buller 420s. So you have 360, 380s. These are even bigger. So these are 420s. This is an accelerator pump. So as the fuel is drawn out of the fuel tank, it comes up this to the accelerator pump. The accelerator pump feeds these lines down into the carburetors. There's also pumps in here. If anybody knows the old school snowmobile carbs, the Tillies, that is what this basic premise is. So these pump as well, but this accelerator pump constantly feeds these smaller pumps in order to keep fuel to the carburetor. Obviously radiator is liquid cooled. Wander over here a little bit. Again, just different nose. This is not a Say. This is it a Treadway? I'm not quite sure what nose this is. We actually got this with a different kart, and I just mounted my wing on it. To go from there, I run Phantom karts. This is a Recon. The other one is a Deuce. This is a 2017. That is a 2019. I run a dual temperature Micron 5 to keep track of not only exhaust temp, but water temp. Make sure everything stays cool, calm, and collected during races. And I guess, for the most part, that's the basic premise behind what I run as a go-kart. I'll probably feed back into here my external footage, and I will talk about what the rules and the way we run them. How this unlimited Allstar package is regulated, so we're all within the parameters of one another. So I hope that is a quick look at this. I hope to do some tire videos. I hope to do some prep videos and maybe clutch maintenance and stuff, as I mentioned in the preview of what my intent for this channel is going to be. But there it is, guys. All right, back out to me talking to the camera. Okay, hopefully that comes out all right, and with my limited ability on my phone to do editing and splicing scenes together, I hope that turns out all right. We'll find out here in a minute how good I am at doing this. So the Unlimited All-Stars, first things first, Unlimited is internal engine. Unlimited means you can do what you want. Port, polish, exotic fuels, and as long as it's federally state legal, you're allowed to do that. So if you want to put NOS on a 4-stroke, knock yourself out, man. If you want to play with some exotic fuels in a 2-stroke without blowing it up, knock yourself out, man. So that is the unlimited part of the Unlimited All-Stars. We do have rules in order to balance different motor types against one another. So for instance, you can run a 4-stroke, you can run a 2-stroke, you can run a Wankel, which is rotary, you can run twins. So if you want to run two 2-strokes together, you want to run two 4-strokes together, you want to run two Wankels together, as long as the CCs match your weight parameters, you're fine. That is the idea that there has to be some sort of balance in there for that. So like I said, 4-strokes are allowed. I believe it is 510 cc max limit for CCs on a 4-stroke. That would be about 430 pounds your entire kart has to weigh, unless you add a power adder, supercharger, something like that, NOS. You would have to add an extra 15 pounds. So 445 pounds still, you're talking anything from 60 to 90 horsepower on a 4-stroke plus NOS. That is a wild ride. I am a 2-stroke guy. Our limits are 275 cc's for the 2-strokes. Do I think there needs to be more cc's added? I would love to see it. Do I think it's necessary at the moment? No. We have a very good balance in the books for what runs well against what. Nothing has dominated since the last rule change as far as CCs in the 4-stroke. So, somebody wants to run two 131, those are stroked sedans parallel to one another. That's a good chunk of horsepower, and it's completely legal in what we do. Wankels, I think it's just shy of 300 cc's. There's basically only one Wankel producer. and it seems to have faded just because of the weight and what horsepower. It's a great motor, but it doesn't seem to be as popular today as it once was. The smaller motors obviously get weight breaks. If you run a smaller engine than, say, a 450 4-stroke or a 250 2-stroke, if you want to run like a 125, your weight is going to be right down there. I think 325 pounds with a 125 cc motor. So that is awesome. My next thought is escape me for the moment. I will get it. Don't worry. If anybody knows me, if you've met me personally, you know this is a common theme with me, forgetting where I was at. Anyway, so the motors are what they are. I will link the rule book down below. It gives you the weight, 400 pounds for a 252 strokes, things like that. It'll just show you exactly what you can and can't do. Now, with anything, we're running higher horsepower stuff. I showed you in the video before, you have to run a bigger brake rotor. In some cases, it's probably a good idea to run 2, because with a lot of go, there needs to be a lot of whoa. So it is mandatory a certain thickness, a vented brake rotor that has the ability to stop your horsepower on track. The last thing we need is a runaway cart on track with this kind of juice being pushed out there. So there's that. And then you get into the rules. We do have, they are karts. So there is no suspension involved aside from the chassis flex itself, and that's where you get into different chassis designs. Like I said, I run Phantom. I didn't always run Phantom. I ran other chassis, but my kart owner, asked me what I'd like to try. We jumped on Phantom. I loved it. Ultramax. There's all sorts of chassis out there. Anything current and not so current. There are a lot of people out there running older chassis that might be not as high performing in stock classes because of how limited they are in horsepower, that our extra horsepower absolutely helps them out. It absolutely gets you better bite, so you don't have to have the most current stuff. All right, I found it. What I forgot before. All right, motocross motors. Do you have to eliminate the transmission? Absolutely not. You want to shift, man. You want to take your favorite 252 stroke, your favorite 454 stroke directly from a motocross bike and put it on your kart, and you want to shift? Yes, absolutely. It is fairly simple to do, and it'll get you seat time. It'll get you used to that type of horsepower that we're running. I preferably don't want to shift. I got enough going on without having to remember to grab gears or to pull a clutch or anything. But if you want to, that is your game. Something for the motocross motors, the Recluse clutch is a great example. You put it into that gear and you run it. That is an awesome idea. You do have to deal a little bit with engine braking when you lift to get in the corner, because mine's a jack shaft and it is a dry clutch. It completely releases. So when I jump out of the gas, it coasts into the corner without any deceleration. That is one of the reasons I don't shift. But if you want to shift, if you want to get involved in Limited All-Stars and you want to take a 450 Honda off a bike, make a quick mount, figure out the fueling system, mount out a pipe, figure out a shifter, dude, do it. They are a freaking riot. I mean, kart racing in general is a blast. And, I see all the stock guys running around there with the Briggs, they're not Briggs anymore. Jeez, tells you how long I've been at this. The clones, and they're anywhere from 10 to 13 horsepower. Well, our motors, I'm pushing 60, 70 horsepower out of mine. That is my low ball. There are astronomical numbers out there claiming numbers, but I think 60 to 70 horsepower is adequate for what we do. For a 6-inch wheel, it's about as much as that tire is going to take connected to the ground. Jawas are a lot different though. Some of those are pushing like 90 horsepower, but the application is different. That's the big 500cc, the lay down bikes or whatever they're called. They pitch them sideways, all that cool stuff. People are putting those on karts. You can run those. Well, the crank is so big, the power delivery is so smooth that you can run those bigger horsepower numbers because of application. It all really depends. Mine is very snappy. when mine gets on the pipe, it just wants to blow the tires loose. So it's something I've adapted to. I had a Jawa, I drove it. It was okay. I just prefer two strokes. And that's my ball of wax. It may not be yours. Maybe you are a valve clanker. You like that sound. You like that. I happen to, that is my game. So again, anybody that knows me knows I'm a little wackadoo. But I thought it was a good idea to bring this channel to you guys, maybe explain a little bit about this. You can reach out to me at any time. I will try, and I have Instagram, I have Facebook. Make a comment down here, and I will do my best to point you in the right direction. It is a riot. Right now, obviously, we're not racing. This is the Northeast. New York Unlimited All-Stars. We are not there yet. Plus, with everything that's going on, there may be a delay to the start of the season, but I can't frickin' wait. You spend all winter in the Northeast cooped up in snow, and I can't frickin' wait to get back to racing. So I hope this is good for you guys. Listen to me rant and ramble and carry on like a fool. But I will do my best to come out with more of these. I will try, like I said, I will try the tire thing, try surfacing. Maybe I'll get the cart on the scales and, explain a little bit about things that maybe a new karter doesn't know, or somebody that is getting into opens, might like to know. What do I do with camber and caster on an open? How do I set my toe? The things like that. Not everybody just instantly knows this stuff. I mean, I've been racing for almost 18 years now. I got a late start in it. I've been heavily involved in it for 18 years, and Unlimited All-Stars for a better part of that 18 years. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave subscribe if you like. Give me a thumbs up if you like my kooky ass on film here. So I'll catch you guys later. And now I gotta shut off camera.